the boom bip, the boom, the bang bang bang. You're now rocking with the best.
Yo, what is up, YouTube? SinBaddy in the house, bringing you my first video on anime, manga, and all that shit. You know, I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped. This is my first video. I'm gonna be talking about what I'm gonna do, what I plan to do with this channel. You know, what types of animes I'm gonna review, the type of analysis I'm gonna conduct, the mangas that I'm gonna review, which will be, I'll talk about those later on in the video. But for now, let's talk about the most important thing, and that is me. Nah, I'm just fine. Okay, yeah, I'm a very humble guy, but let's just start off talking about me. I'm a 19-year-old man, boy, man, whatever you call it, just not female. As you can see from this peach fuzz right here, that's it. I'm a man or a boy. I call myself a man. 19 years old in about a month, which is the best age if you're a Canadian citizen, which I am. But as I know, as I could tell from basically all of YouTube, majority of the people are Americans, mostly because we're like 1/10 of their population. So, you know, I got no hate. Canada's a great country, but America, it's got more people, and that's what it comes down to. More people, better overall percentage. So I'll tend mostly to the American people. So and then most of the difference is Canadian Americans, just the spelling. So that doesn't even like, forget about it. So yeah, I'm 19 years old, Canadian, about to get drunk out of my mind legally. I'm just playing. I'm a calm, humble guy. Like I said, I'm a very nice guy. There's not really much else to say. I've been following anime basically my entire life. When I first got into anime, I got into by accident. I was at the comic book store, or not the bookstore, and this was back. I don't know about the rules now, but this was back when the comics and all the magazines, like, they were all in one section. So you have like the girls in swimsuits, and you have the cars, and then you have the anime. They're all in the same section. So I first got introduced to anime when I was looking at this section. I told my parents I'm just gonna go read the magazines, and they went to go buy books. And, you know, I'm peeking over at these nice biddies in their swimsuits, you know, looking all look at all that stuff. So I'm peeking over, and then the magazine right beside it was Shonen Jump. I think like 2006. I'm a 95 kid, so this was back when I was 11. 2006 or 2005, I'm not sure. 2006 February edition, Shonen Jump. They just included Shaman King in their thing. So I was like, yo, I saw one of these episodes on TV before when I was looking through the channels. I'm gonna buy this magazine and see how it is. So I buy the magazine, take it home, and yo, that night was. Let me just show you the magazine right now. This shit right here. This thing right here. This magazine got me into, or Shonen Jump. What should I call this? A manga? Yeah, I'll call this a manga. This thing got me into anime. This thing right here. I bought it and I saw this Shaman King cover right here, and I remembered it was on TVs. I couldn't just not pick it up. And this was back when I was collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards too. I try to forget that. I try to erase that from my past. A lot of money dumped into that, but you know, we learn from our mistakes. So I bought it, and as soon as I opened to the first page, I saw Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I got into that shit, and I just couldn't stop. Or not Brotherhood, sorry, just Fullmetal Alchemist. I watched Brotherhood, sick anime, talk about it another time. I went through the thing, and on the second page, I was so hyped to read this. On the second page, this might be graphic, so, you know, skip a couple seconds if you don't want to see it. I see this. A girl with stitches in her eyes, and there's a knife coming out. So I was scared shitless. That night, I couldn't go to sleep. So I thought, I don't want to read this, but at the same time, it's only one page. Might as well give it a try. So maybe like 1 o'clock in the morning, open this shit up, and I'm just hooked instantly. The freaking obviously this was English. No controversial translations. They're correct translations. So, and they're obviously catered towards younger audiences. So there's no swearing in it. But at the time, I loved it, and I still do love it. I subscribed for a while, and after a while, I wasn't too amused by the consistency, and it wasn't really a good consistency of the way the anime worked. Most of the animes, specifically manga, was kind of weak. No swearing, nothing like really that interested me as a kid. Obviously, as a kid, I would like fight scenes and all that stuff. So I try to move on to the animes and watch them, and wasn't really too interested in that because again, it's on like some TV shows like freaking childish Cartoon Network, so not really that much action going on. So I took a break from anime, which it turned me into what I am today, so that's fine. But overall, I would have loved to continue with it. I took a break, and then I came back because one of my friends said that there's websites that you can go to through, a search engine. You go to Google, go to Yahoo, all these other search engines. Just Google a website that is legal and watch the episodes with Japanese characters and voice actors, and then have the English subs. So I was like, yeah, that's too much work. After a while, I was like, I got nothing else to do, might as well try it. Tried it. I think the first one I watched, I'm not too familiar with the first one I watched, but I remember that I went off. Like, I was so hyped. Oh no! Okay, I remember. I watched Naruto back when it was good. And we'll leave this discussion about whether it's good or not now to another time. But in my opinion, it decreased in quality. But that's for another time. Watched Naruto, loved it. Obviously the big shonens. Naruto, One Piece, was into those like crazy. Started watching them with the Japanese voice actors and English subs, got into that. Then started to find out the websites to find mangas where they're translated, and I got into that too. And after since then, it's been about over 2 years that I've been following anime and manga, and I just want to finally join the community as a contributor instead of just a viewer. So here I am, bringing you the first video introducing the type of analysis I'm going to be doing on these mangas and animes. SinBaddy. Alright, let's get into it. So, over this period of time, a lot of new animes and mangas have been introduced into the world. Specifically, the big ones, the most famous ones, I'll be talking about in the beginning. Obviously, I'm not going to cater just to those, but to get the largest amount of people understanding what I say, I have to go through the most famous ones. And I hope you guys can understand that, but as I move forward, I'll be catering towards the specific niches of preferences, because as I know, and obviously as everyone should know, everyone's different, but at the same time, this country and the United States has freedom of speech. So say whatever you want, preferably with some information as to why you said it, but at the end of the day, you say whatever you want. So I'm gonna be analyzing these animes, not just on the surface. Like this is my main problem. It's just sometimes you can watch an anime, just like you're brain farting, you're just sitting there, just like, yeah, that's it. Like I don't want to do any of that. I want to dive into that shit like I'm a fucking Olympic swimmer with like flips and shit, like 50 points on the backflip, and then just land like a fucking beast. I want to analyze it like that. Like I'm gonna go in as to why the author of that anime, or specific manga that got turned into an anime, why he did that, why he chose to make the characters do those specific things, character development, plot development, why the animating company chose to take it at that certain angle. I'm going to be analyzing throughout that type of trend line. But bear with me because, as you can tell earlier from the video, I do often go off on tangents. Here's the graph. There's a point right there. I'm talking about a point, and then boom, I just follow the tangent all the way back to the end, and then I just got to take it right back to the point. So bear with me as I try and like get used to this this format. I get too hyped, when I'm watching these. I'm just like, yo, all these animes are just, it's overwhelming. Okay, so that's my analyzing type. Obviously, with this type of analysis, certain animes and certain mangas will be better to analyze than others. Certain things are more touched upon in terms of literary devices and all that stuff. More towards animes like, there's no need to even say it. I'll give you the hints, and then on three we'll say it together. The best anime with X in its name. On three. 1, oops, this is not 1, this is 1. 1, 2, 3. Kiss X Sis. Nah, I'm just playing. Alright, no. Hunter X Hunter. Hunter X Hunter. Hunter X Hunter. Hunter X Hunter. That is my shit. Like, man, that is my shit. Hunter X Hunter, man. Hunter X Hunter. I said it too many times. I'll just give you one more time. Hunter X Hunter. Hunter X Hunter. Alright, that last one. So, this anime is my shit. This manga will be my shit once I catch up to the anime, and then I'm gonna start analyzing the manga. But for now, the anime will just have to be my shit, and I'll move on from there. But when I analyze Hunter X Hunter, I'm obviously gonna go through character development. Characters are brilliant. Villains are brilliant. But this is not to say that, I'm not saying that without any other, like, I'm not trying to bash anyone's opinion down saying Hunter X Hunter is the best, everything else is trash. But, this is my opinion, that in each area that you analyze in anime, animation, the characters, the overall look, the plot, the story itself, like, that's the most important part, obviously. Because if the story makes no sense, then what the hell is the point of even watching it to begin with? I'm going to go through all of those. And when I do go through all of those, Hunter X Hunter ranks always near the top on every single one. In my opinion, I'm the top every time. Well, not for everything, but in the majority of the things, it ranks top overall. So cumulatively, it comes up. Hunter X Hunter is one of the better animes. So that's why I like it so much, and it gives so many topics to analyze. So that's why I choose this as my number one. Like, this is gonna be my butter and eggs, man. My my lasagna. I don't know. So I'm hungry as fuck right now. I'm just thinking of food right now. So Hunter X Hunter. There's not going to be, obviously, that type of anime, which is like adventure and character progression. It's not going to be the only type of anime I'm going to analyze. I'm going to analyze, obviously, sport animes. They're big right now. The problem I had with sport animes in the past was that when you would watch a sport anime, the animation was so bad because, back in like 2009 or something, the animation, the technology used for animation was just so bad. Like, for example, Slam Dunk, Ice Shield 21, when they do the movements, it would be so solid. Like, it wouldn't be fluid. The movements were just jerky. And another food, whatever it is. Okay, I'm done with food. Like, the movements would be like, I teleport from like here to here. You wouldn't see the movement of my arm going through. So after they developed the technology for making better animation, you can even see the development technology. Kuroko no Basket 1, Kuroko no Basket 2. The difference in animation is just mind-blowing. Like, if you would look at Kuroko no Basket 1 and Kuroko no Basket 2, you wouldn't think that it's just a maybe like one or a little years difference. You think like this happened over 5 years, the difference in technology, but no. So I'm gonna be doing stuff like that. Obviously, I'm gonna dive in not just to Kuroko no Basket. I'm gonna go to Haikyuu. Yo, Hinata, man, Hinata. That was. I can relate to that anime so well because I was the short kid back in elementary school. And the reason why sport animes are so hyped right now is because when you were a kid and you joined these sport teams, a lot of people, like when they were kids, a lot of people, they were forced by their parents to join sport teams, or they would do a lot of, they do a lot of random shit as a kid and they join a team or something. And the most fun in the team is when you rely on your teammates and you like pretend you interact with your teammates as like friends. So that anime really gets to me because I was the short kid, but I did have hops. I still do have hops, but I'm a couch potato. So I got good hops for a couch potato, and that's not saying much though. So I could relate to the anime when I was a kid. I can relate to it now, projecting it for when I was a kid, and I think that's the reason why sport animes are so big right now, because kids, people when they look back at themselves when they were kids, they see that this was fun. I wish I could still do this, and then they feel the emotions that sport animes place on the characters in the anime itself, which are like debatably the strongest animes in terms of portraying the thoughts of the characters, because it's all about teamwork. It's all about working together to finalize the product, which is to win. So I'm gonna do some analyzing on sports animes, but this is gonna be a broad overview of what I'm gonna be doing. This is just from my likes, what I'm gonna be doing from my likes, and at the end of the video I'll address other things. But sports animes, they're in right now, so I'm gonna be doing them. I'm not gonna be analyzing the animes that first got me into actually liking the genre itself. Like stuff like Cowboy Bebop, Shaman King, Inuyasha. And the reason for that is mostly because the animation is just terrible. It'd be torture to go watch through it again. I watched through Shaman King again recently, and I'd say that's my threshold. Anything lower than that is just ridiculous. And that's not to say Shaman King's animation was bad. That's not to say it was good, actually. It was terrible, but it was just the furthest I could get. It was good at the time. Don't get me wrong about that. It was good at the time, but now when I look at it, I just can't go through it anymore. I'm trying to avoid those ones. It's not much to say about that. But one of the ones that I will definitely analyze is my boy Monkey D. Luffy. Monkey D. Luffy. One Piece. Great. Stretched out too long. Still great though. When you look back on One Piece, there's a lot of highlights in the anime itself. It's just so damn slow paced that when you watch it and you're waiting 1 week each week for the episodes, it feels like it's not worth it. In my opinion, it feels like it's not worth it. But if you're a beginner, watch the anime. You got a free month ahead of you. You don't start working until another month, and you got no plans for another month. You just want to grind out on One Piece. Start from episode 1, or you quit episode 200. You want to start up. It's great. You got a lot of free time. Spam watch it. It's great. But when you watch it 1 week by 1 week, week by week, it feels like it's not worth it. So I'm gonna be touching on One Piece. Also, obviously, Maggie. Touching on Maggie. But to catch up on these animes, I'm like way too far behind. The best way that I think to catch up is to analyze by arcs, and sometimes dedicate specific videos to the most important themes in specific episodes. But mostly I'll be catching up by analyzing arcs, which I think is like it's the best way. It's the best trade-off between spending too much time or spending too little time and getting enough quality versus getting not enough quality. So I think that's the best trade-off. So I'm gonna be analyzing by arcs. If you have any better options, you know, just let me know. Shoot me up on a PM or a comment. I'm down to read it. There's nothing wrong with reading. So you know, I'm gonna touch on those are obviously big animes. I'm gonna try and move slowly towards the not as well-known animes. The first thing that comes to the top of my head is Mirai Nikki, and the reason why it comes to the top of my head is because it does bring a lot of new things to the table, which a lot of animes don't do. Anime's been around for such a long time, it's so hard to bring something new to the table. And Mirai Nikki does that. Not the best, you know, the ending's garbage, but it still does, and you gotta give credit where credit is due. So I'm gonna be analyzing animes like that, and this isn't to say it's exclusive. Again, I'm reiterating, this is not to say I'm exclusively analyzing those animes that I said specifically earlier, but those are just the things that come to the top of my head. I think, yeah, this is about it. Obviously, I'm new to this, so you know, if you give me your feedback, much appreciated. But at the end of the day, I'm a free man. Free. I only swim free. Free. I'm a free man, so you know, I'm a dabble here, I'm a dabble there. See what I like versus what I get. I get a proper reaction from, or not proper. No such thing as a proper reaction. Get a nice reaction from, and I'll try to move forward onto those. So that's about it. This is SinBaddy signing off. Talk to you later. Peace.